Oh. My oven is preheated. Hi guys, today I am starting a video that I'm kind of nervous about. If you read the title, I will be reading romances up until Valentine's Day today. Oh, don't look at my Be Real notifications. Today is February 1st. You probably could not see that a single bit. And Valentine's Day is in 2 weeks. What is my least favorite genre? Romance. Romance is fine, don't get me wrong. Fantasy is my favorite. Love a good fiction. Romance, if it's in the plot, I love it. Adds a little bit of depth, you know? But if it's just the whole book, I'm usually not I'm not just aching to get to it, you know? But I know that there are so many romances that are so popular right now, and every booktuber and book talker is like a romance fan, and that's what all of the most popular books are right now. So I want to give a lot of those a try. So right now I am going to be sharing what books that I plan to read in these next 2 weeks. I'm a very busy girl, so it's not going to be a lot. It's not going to be like 10. It's not happening. It's going to be like 3 or 4, which I feel like is a very attainable goal for a college student, and their romance, which makes them easier to read. So the first book that I want to read, which is like the whole reason I'm doing this video, is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I got this book maybe like 2 weeks ago or so, and I've just seen it everywhere. I was seeing it everywhere before then. I was seeing everyone's tier rankings. They were giving this 5 stars. I figure a 5-star romance I could probably enjoy, and it's just so cute. It says that the guy's like a pain in the butt. So that'll be cute, honestly. Oh, she gets her magical prom moment. Okay, so I know it's YA, and that is gonna seem kind of young to me. I like barely went to prom, and I feel like that was forever ago, so this is gonna be kind of young, but nonetheless, I think it's gonna be so good, and I'm getting into it next, maybe tonight. The next book I want to read is on my Kindle, and I just don't even know the title. I want to read A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and the reason I want to read it is because it has hearts and cupids on the cover, and that is so very Valentine's. And this book was also rated pretty highly on a lot of people's tier rankings. I'm really basing a lot of my New Year books on those tier rankings. So yeah, that's the first Kindle Unlimited one I want to read. Okay, there's one called The Seat Filler by Sarah Wilson. It looks so cute, and it has a dog on the cover. Makes it even cuter. I don't know what that one's about. It's just on Kindle Unlimited, and it looks like a really cute romance, and I also feel like cute romances really like bump up your reading goal. I think that I could get through all of these like really fast, and that one especially just looks like really cutesy, really easy to get through, so I might add that one onto this video's TBR. The last book on my TBR for this video is probably the one that I most likely won't get to, and that is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is definitely not a real polar vortex in Iowa vibe kind of book, which is what we're in right now. It's obviously a beach read. It's obviously for the summer, but I know that it's supposed to be so good, and it's just sitting on my shelf, and summer is not coming for like 6 more months, so I don't know if I want to wait 6 months to read it, so it might be in this video. I might just put it in my romance mood reading. I don't know, but it's a part of the TBR at the very least. So we are going to start this video with Better Than the Movies, the one that I'm just itching to get to, and we're probably going to start it tonight. Oh, there's my receipt. It looks so easy to read. Do you see how spaced out that is? Oh, my dinner's ready. So with that, I'm gonna read these whenever I can, and I'll let you know. But it's definitely gonna put me in the mood for Valentine's Day. I should upload this on Valentine's Day, I think.
It is February 10th. I have been reading as much as I can. I finished one. I'm about to finish the second one, but that might be all that we get to, which is fine. They were 2 romances, which is what the whole video was about. Yesterday, if you saw in the clips, I had a big old snow day. All of my classes got canceled for being in person, and 2 of them were just moved to Zoom, so I still had to do those, but I did have a lot of time for reading yesterday, which I haven't had time for like all this week. I'm a very busy little bee, but we're going to talk about the books that I am reading. The first being Better Than the Movies. I did finish this one and it was very cute. I wouldn't give it like 5 stars, which is what everybody who has read it has been giving it. It was really good though. I gave it a 3.5. It was super cutesy. I was like very into the story. Like, I loved the characters, but I didn't think it was anything like super grand. 5 stars for me are like, I put off all of my other work in order to read that book, and I was like excited to get back into the story, but I wasn't like stopping what I was doing or like finishing up faster just so I could read this book. But it was super cute. It takes place in high school, so it is pretty young, which I liked because that made it pretty innocent and very cute, and I don't really like the super like spicy. I don't really like that in books, so this not having that was super refreshing, super cute. Takes place around like prom, which I didn't really get an actual prom. My prom was in COVID, and it was like very, like I couldn't even take my boyfriend because he didn't go to my high school, and you could only bring people that were at the high school to the dance as your date. So that was a little annoying, so it wasn't a true prom experience. So I got to live that out through this. Now I am on my Kindle. I am reading The Seat Filler. I don't know who it's by. I will put that down below. This is very cute. It's actually, there is an aspect of it that I've never seen in a book before. It's, you know, there's a whole reason why the 2 can't be together in every romance, and the reason for this one is because the girl in it has like this specific kind of phobia, and you know that from the beginning because she like swears off dating, and then she is a seat filler for big award shows, and she ends up sitting next to this really cute and famous celebrity guy, and he is very into her, but she has to like swear him off because of some kind of thing, and we like don't know what it is until around the middle. I think like right at like 50% is where we found out about it. Oh my gosh, there's a cat in somebody's window. I just tried to show you the cat, but it disappeared from the window as soon as I got up, and I think it was watching me. So, but anyways, the phobia I've never seen before in a book. It is very unique, but it does make what they have very sweet because he tries to work through it with her, and the way that he goes about that is very, very kind and gentle. It's very cute. So I'm really into it. I'm like 80% through. I should finish it like tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully I will finish that very soon, and I'll get back with my rating for that book.
Hi again. So I finished my 2 romances. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I don't have time to read another, and I think that that maybe I could have picked better romances, but for the record, I picked Better Than the Movies because a lot of people were rating it 5 stars. I think just being a hater of romances has made me rate it not a 5 stars. It was, like I said, was supposed to be a review of The Seat Filler. Like I said, I already said my spiel about this book. It was cute, it was fun. I liked getting the prom experience from another perspective, or from somebody else, since I didn't get it. But it wasn't like 5 stars. Wow. To me, 5 stars is like a book with a lot of depth, a lot of story, background built in, a lot of build-up. This did have a good amount of build-up. It's very Valentine's Day related though because of the little hearts on the back. But yeah, I'm going to stick with my 3.5 stars on this one. And then moving on to The Seat Filler, which I read on my Kindle, I'm going to give it a 3 stars. This is because I was about to give it 5 stars 50% in. I was like, could not put it down. I was so into the story. I thought it was so good. I thought it was written so well. And then I talked about the phobia kind of thing, and it kind of threw me off. Not gonna lie, her type of phobia kind of threw me off. And then they work through that. It's not completely fine. But then there's this other deal that becomes a lot bigger of a deal than I think the author was meaning for it to be, but the whole phobia thing couldn't go on for any longer than it did, so she had to make the other thing a lot bigger of a deal, and it was miscommunication, which I hate in any romance book. It's like, just tell the little thing. I like miscommunication when it's something really big that you really should not tell the other person. This one, it was something so small and silly, and I hate that in a romance. So that part kind of knocked it down to a 3. But also there was this weird so she's supposed to tell the guy this thing, and then the whole build up to it is pretty big. I understand why she doesn't want to, I kind of get it, but then it gets to the point where she has to tell him, in the way that the author made it, where she would tell, I don't know how I'm trying to say this. The way that the author led into her telling him was so random. It was literally 2 sentences. They were just talking, and then it said, and then there was an earthquake. And that's what made me realize I needed to tell him as the ground was shaking. It was the most random. There was no talk of earthquakes before. I barely even remembered that they were in California. It was so random. They were just talking, and she was thinking about something else, and then said, and then there was an earthquake. And that's when I realized that I should tell him when the ground was shaking. Something stupid 2-line, and then it never goes back to the earthquake. It was just there was an earthquake. It was so weird. So that for sure made it go way far down. Obviously did not end it with a 5 stars, and that's my reasoning. But I kind of wish that I had a romance that ended with a 5 stars for Valentine's Day. But nonetheless, it did get me in the romancy, cutesy vibe, so I am very thankful for that. I hope you guys enjoyed my little reading romances until Valentine's Day. I'm for sure going to be trying more romances. This is not where I'm stopping. This is not where my haterade stops. Sorry. No, I'm not stopping with them. I'm going to keep trying to find ones that I do like that aren't based on miscommunication. So, happy Valentine's Day to you guys. I hope you guys get a good romance book in at some point around this time. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!